Hey everyone, welcome back, guys. Waymaker week is full and it's like, I'm gonna mute myself. Oh my goodness, I am sorry about that, guys. That's one of the things of having too many tabs
Whoops.
open. But in case you guys don't know who I am, I'm Mama Higgs. I am the family pastor at GodSquad Church. And guys, I am super excited because, as you guys know, we're going to do a thing called community testimony. And we want to hear from some of the awesome members of our community. We want you guys to hear from some of the awesome members of the community and what God is doing in their life, what God has done in their life through GodSquad Church. And as you guys can see her on screen. I can see you guys shouting out her name. I mean, this is this is the awesome, amazing Ali. She is a prayer beast, prayer warrior. Let me tell you guys, I am so excited to have her on here. Ali, thank you for so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I told her she's beating me. She got the Christmas decorations up, and I have nothing. I feel so bad. Oh wow, I woke somebody up. I'm sorry. I
We're
am
sorry.
I am very loud. I will try and take it down a notch a little bit. Well, Ali, we're just gonna have a conversation here, and we're just gonna hear a little bit about you, about what God is doing in your life, what He's been doing, what He's done while the time that you've been here at God Squad Church. We just want to hear your heart, and we would love the community to hear your heart because this is the reason we have Waymaker. The reason we do what we do is to reach people like Ali and members of the community. And what keeps saying is so loud. I am so
We're
sorry.
sorry.
I do admit I am a loud person, but might want to turn me down, guys. Turn me down a little bit.
I'll speak really quietly just so they have to mess around with the volume all the time. Yeah.
Let's get them. Let's get them. Yes, and as Farmer Groot says, prayer team hype, because Ali is, I didn't just say she's a prayer warrior, she's a prayer beast, but she's one of the leaders along with Farmer Groot on the prayer team. So yes,
Team.
let's give some prayer team hype because guys, prayer is super, super important. I mean, it is. We need prayer. We need praying. We need prayer. Prayer is super important. So yeah, I want to see the hype in the chat. There we go. There we go. All right.
A little bit high.
Right? We need some prayer hype. Okay, Ali, so I'm just gonna ask you some questions and you just let us
Yes.
know a little bit about yourself. So, it looks kind of dark there, so we're just kind of curious, where are you? Where are you from?
So I am born and raised, as you might be able to tell, I don't have an American accent. Shock horror. I'm from central UK, born and raised. I have family in America, so it's fine. Don't panic. I'm still in heart one of you guys. But I am in the UK, which is why, I have 3 desk lamps around on the table next to me, so you can actually see. Because without, it's pitch black.
So, following that, what time is it there? I gotta ask.
It is 9:05 at night.
9 at night. Wow.
So 5 hours to Eastern. Yeah.
You are in the future. How's my
Sure.
future?
Be fine.
I'm just messing with you. So you mentioned your family. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about your family.
So I am an only child, and all of my family grew up in church. I've always been the perfect Sunday school kid, which some of you in chat may know what that looks like. So it's, I grew up in church all my life, went to Sunday school, did all the youth groups, did Sunday schools, was in the worship team, and my mum's side of the family all live very close together. They live about half an hour distance from one end to the other, and everyone else lives in between. My dad's side, I have family in the UK. I have, like I said, some in Indiana and some in San Diego, and then I have some on the Ukraine-Russian border in Crimea. So we go really close to really far out.
You guys are really spread out then. Yeah.
Yeah, we do it properly.
So she knows things. She knows, different parts of the world.
I know nothing. Don't ask me anything in geography. If it gets to geography, I am stuck.
Do you at least know the capital of Indiana?
Indianapolis? Yeah.
I don't know either. This is horrible. Let's move on. Okay. If anybody in the chat knows it, I am so sorry. I am a homeschooling mom who uses the cheat sheet all the time. Anyways.
Yes, I'm right.
You are right. You are right.
Yes, I have adopted family that I call adopted family from the Netherlands who turned up today because I bullied them in. Yes,
is
my splits.
awesome.
Hi, I'm Ali. It's nice to meet you. I'm just
Yep,
as awkward as I am in chat. It's fine.
this is the face of the woman who may reach out to you guys when you post a prayer request, and you might get a DM from this young lady who's like, hey, I'm praying for you, or checking up on you, or just letting you know that, hey, we're praying for you. And so this is the face that gets on, well, not her face doesn't get on the ground, but she gets on her hands and knees and she prays for you guys for your prayer requests. And that's a huge thing, Allie. It really is. So let's continue on here. So what are some of
Sure.
your favorite games to play?
So I am a massive Nintendo fan. So I grew up on Pokemon. So Pokemon Crystal is near and dear to my heart. Currently, I am sinking many hours into Animal Crossing.
Yes,
There was a bit of an update, and
I heard.
I restarted my entire island
No
and got
way.
and updated it all back to the beginning again. So as soon as the update happened, I was fine. And a certain Pastor Boss has got me back into Final Fantasy 14 again. So
I have heard this.
regretfully,
He tries to get everybody in this Final Fantasy.
I
I do
know.
have the game. I've just never played it. So
You
maybe
should
Allie,
join. It's
maybe
fine.
you could convince me, Allie. Maybe.
Sure.
Man, Allie, you're getting all the love in the chat right there. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some questions about the community here. So, how long have you been around this community? How long have you been a part of GSC?
So at the moment, I'm counting down days. Not for any bad reason. Don't panic. But in 30 days now, so in under a month, I will have been here for exactly 5 years. So
5 years. Guys, put some hype in the chat, because that is 5 years. I mean, she's almost been here as long as we have been a church. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty exciting. So, I mean, that deserves some definite hype in the chat there. I love how you like count it down. You know the exact day. So I guess the question that follows that is, how did you find GodSquad Church?
So unfortunately, it's not because I came here because I was searching for faith. I don't have any epic story of God magically magically turning up and me becoming Christian on the first service. I'm quite boring. I did a degree, and one of the modules was contemporary issues within the church. And I was looking at gaming, as I do, because I am a gamer. It was the only thing that I cared about in contemporary issues. Probably shouldn't have put that in my reasons why I did it. However, they said that because I was already a gamer, I had to explain how I can make gaming suitable for young people. And because I'm a youth worker, trained youth worker, I had to look at, as a youth worker, is it really a good idea to let my young people play online? And I think yes, massively. However, the entire university went probably not. So I had to argue in my essay why it was okay and how I can make it safe. So I went and had about a month of panic going, well, I can't really say online communities are all Christian friendly. Like, we live on the internet. Yeah. There are trolls. Let's not hide this fact. And so we started looking at gaming communities. So were there safe Christian places that I could direct my young people to go to? And came to Google, as all good research ends up with, and I discovered that there were a couple of online communities, but number 1 or 2 was this place called GodSquad. And the website was still, it was all right. And noticed that they had a Twitch service that night. So went, it's a bit late, but I can't just go, yeah, it's fine. This is a good resource. It exists, therefore, essay proven. So I went, I'll turn up to the service. And this was the days where we had one service at 7:30 p.m. EST. And for me, that was midnight. So I crawled into bed, set an alarm, and then put headphones in and woke up and watched the service and got there a little early because I didn't do Twitch services because they were new. So got there early expecting it to be like church, you chat to a couple of people as they come in. And the first two people were Mama Higgs and Sparkletastic Danny. And they were charming, as these two ladies obviously are. And I stuck around for the entire service and then kept chatting to both of them afterwards. That then turned into me joining the Discord and staying for a little longer. And then a little longer and keeping talking and then starting to talking to other people. And then interviewing Seraph many on like, hey, can you answer these 3 questions and then can I use this in my essay? He's like, yeah, this is fine, here's the answers. Used it, got the best grade of all of my degree. That was the only one that I properly aced, so thank you. And then I stayed and people kept putting up with me, so I stayed longer. And it's now been 5 years of me staying going, at some point they'll realise that I'm kind of the weirdo. And then I realised, oh, I've been here 5 years. They know I'm a weirdo now and I'm still here. It's fine.
Ali, I'm so glad that you decided to write your paper on that, because that is what brought you here. And I loved meeting you. I remember that night, the conversation we had. It was till 3 a.m. in the morning for you.
Uh-huh.
We were talking till 3 a.m. in the morning. But
Who needs sleep?
Right? I know, isn't like their motto, sleep is for the weak? No, I do need sleep. I do need sleep. But I love the fact that you were so interested and you wanted, you really wanted to support that gaming is okay, and that there is safe places out there. I mean, as a family pastor, I want a place for, like the youth to go and to feel safe. And so I love the fact that you were supporting that, because you're right. Everyone else says it's not good. The online world is not good for the youth. They shouldn't be on there. But there are great communities. I mean, we have a youth group, Palace Youth, and they're some of the best youth. I love them, and I love the fact that we can have that safe place. So I'm glad that you wrote that. And you didn't just stick around. You got involved. You joined my experience group, which was, it was super late for you. What time was the experience group at?
2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning. Now,
Yeah.
guys, if you are part of an experience group, are you that dedicated?
Don't do it. But I still love the chicken coop from the good old days. I fell asleep every single week, like midway through.
She did. But I was still just so glad that you were there, and you loved it. These experience groups, they become like family. They do. And, I love the fact that you tried to make it. I mean, obviously, your life continued on and you got married and,
that was the thing.
What they just say earlier, they said happy spouse, happy house. So,
Sure.
I mean, so you had to do that. But I love the fact that, you came and you stuck around, and you say that we put up with you, but Ali, you have been such a blessing to this community. You really have. I cannot emphasize enough how much of a blessing that you are to this community. And so I just have a few more questions for you here. So what benefit has GodSquad Church been in your life and in your spiritual growth?
So I have found in GodSquad an incredible community. I've always found that community is vital for me. I need people. I'm the biggest introvert you'll ever meet, but I need people. And I went to a lot of churches where I am a nerd. I game. I sit on my phone and play mobile games before and after the service. I'm weird. So I haven't always had as much time given to me. However, I've had people here that I can ask very stupid questions to people repetitively, and those people have been so gracious, and they have the time, and I think now and again sigh and roll their eyes, but they answer the questions, and it's full of love every single time and grace, and it's okay, sure, let's go through this. And I've found that there are people in the church here that have helped me in the last 5 years. Like you said, I've got married. I completed my degree. I moved house 5 times in 4 months. I've had medical stuff happen within the family. I've had mental health stuff personally, and I found such a good community that support me, put up with me, love me, no matter where my brain's at, no matter how weird or hyper or I don't want to talk to anyone I'm feeling. This place has always given me a community where I can be myself and being accepted. Yes, pushed and being told, come on, you know better. Come on, let's work through this. But it's never been in a rude or harsh way. It's been in a place of love and grace. And I don't think I would be who I am today if it wasn't for, admittedly, very, very specific people. But for the church in general, I wouldn't be half of the leader I am today if it wasn't for some of the leadership that I've seen and have had through the teams I've worked with. And I wouldn't know how to be with people online and deal with tricky people and people who aren't the best if it wasn't through some of the situations I've been through. So through the highs and lows, the great people and the more interesting people, I found that if it wasn't for GodSquad, I wouldn't be this blob that I am today.
You are not a blob. You are beautiful, Ali. And I just got to tell you, we love you. We really do. We love you so much. And, I know you said that the community has just, it's helped you in so many ways, but you have helped the community in so many ways. And I know you used that line of, I can ask stupid questions. And I know Boz already beat me to it, but there is no stupid questions. And I love that about our community is that people can ask those questions that unfortunately they feel like they're stupid questions when they're not. And people give them a legit response. We're all different. We have so many people in our community. I mean, we have people who are new Christians. We have people who are not even believers. We have atheists in our community. We have older Christians, but we have people who just, they have conversations that are real, but no one's judging anyone. No one's looking down on them for their questions. And you're so right, Ali. I love the fact, but I do agree with Boss. There are no stupid questions. I love answering questions no matter what they are. And if I can't, I'll try and figure it out, or I'll just send you to
That
Susan.
way.
No.
Yeah, if in doubt.
Right? But that is awesome. I mean, I'm so glad that you just feel so loved in the community. But I just can't emphasize enough how much we love and appreciate you. And so I got 2 more questions for you here.
Sure.
And it says, so is there a specific area of this ministry that has benefited you the most?
Sure. I have 2 teams, and I'm going to talk really quickly because I know there's a schedule.
Schedule. We can tell. I'm just kidding.
So for me, I'm going to ignore the staff in this one because obviously all of the staff are very near and dear to me, and I've made lifelong friends in the staff that I adore. But there are 2 teams that are especially precious to me. First one is the mods. All hail the mighty mods.
Yes. Let's put some hearts for those mods because they are so amazing.
I had a stint being a mod for a while, and for a year or so, and I got to see the mods develop from who are now the staff, because at one point staff were moderators. I got to see it change from that to the incredible team that it is now that Vix looks after.
Yeah. And
with the mod team, I learned so much about leadership. It forced me to have a backbone because I'm a nice person. I'm like, no, you're fine. Come, we'll deal with it. It's fine. And I've learned now manhammers are acceptable within reason. But it also got me to be unapologetic for my decisions and to actually be able to go, no, this is why I've done it and I support why I've done this. But it also taught me about mercy and going, hey, I don't agree with you and I don't particularly like you right now. However, I do love you as a person in the community. And whilst I don't like what's going on, let's talk about it. Or, hey, can you chat to someone else if this isn't working? And they taught me so much about dealing with other people. Because let's be honest, we're not always going to get on with everyone.
Yep.
And it taught me to be myself and not be a people pleaser. all
right.
of the time.
Right.
That sort of thing. But it's also being nice about it. You don't have to be a pain if you don't like someone. And the other team is community care.
Oh yeah.
There are people in community care that I owe quite a bit to. I'm not going to go into details for family reasons, but I've had my mental health struggles. I've had rough times. And there are people and I've had people around me having rough times, and I've been holding everyone together, and I've just needed an outlet to go, I am not okay right now.
Yeah.
And I need someone to talk to. I don't need you to fix me, I just need someone to talk to. And every single time those people in community care are like, okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't care what time it is, let's talk. And those people are so precious. And my heart is so full for those teams. They're incredible.
They are. And you those are two amazing teams. I mean, the Mod Squad, yes. And you're right. It's like a teaching moment, because, you learn so much about, because people are different all over. We have this perception that everyone's like us. They're not all like us. People are not all the same. They're not. You guys aren't crazy chicken ladies like me, and I'm not like you guys. And so we're all different. We get to learn more about each other. And the community care, why don't we put some hearts in the chat also for the community care? Because that is one of the teams that, like Ali said, that just, it extends God's hand. It extends God's love to the community. And if any of you have been blessed by the community care, I mean, there are people there that just want to love on you, that just want to pray for you, that just want to give you a little guidance and wisdom, because, like Ali said, sometimes we go through things. I went through anxiety. I know, Ali, you've dealt with anxiety. People are dealing with depression, bipolar. There's all kinds of things that people are dealing with in our community. And this team, we just want to come alongside you and just be there to help you, just to encourage you and love on you in any way that we can. And so those are awesome ministries that you picked right there. And so one last question here.
Sure.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence? Maybe they're listening right now, and they want to get plugged into the community. Maybe they've they never decided to serve, or maybe they're a bit nervous about joining our Discord, or maybe meeting new people, because like you said, you're an introvert. See, I'm a huge extrovert, in case you guys don't know this yet about me. Huge extrovert. So I love being around people, but I know introverts are like, get away from me, please. So maybe someone like that is watching, but what would you say to them about getting involved in our community?
Try it. No one is forcing you to stay.
Sorry.
Being very practically honest. You've made it this far. Congratulations. I am very proud of you that you're even at the point where you're debating this. Come try. If you want to try just gaming, you're not interested in the churchy bit, that's fine. There's a more gaming area where you'll be loved and accepted just for gaming. You won't be forced into being a Christian. You won't be forced to think so. You're just a place to game, and it's a safe place.
Yeah.
If you are more churchy, or you want a smaller community, it's only just smaller, but a slightly smaller community, and gaming maybe not your thing, but you're here because you want to do online church, come to the church server. We're lovely. Yeah. Most of us don't bite. Susie, but
stay away
the rest
from him.
of us,
stay away.
The rest of us don't bite, I promise. I can see Susie cracking up in the corner.
She can see Susie.
However, I promise you, we're not scary. Right. We're human. I am more human. I'm very human. I'm very broken. We all are. We're not asking you to be perfect to come here.
No.
We're not expecting you to have everything sorted out, because then you can be holy like the rest. Nah. We're not about that. No. We're human, and we just want to spend time together. So if you want to come. Try it for a week.
That's it.
And if you don't hate us, try for another week.
Yes.
That's what I did. I tried it for a week, and then that became 2 weeks, which became a month, which became 6 months, which became a year, which then became 5 years. And if I can, I have a slight challenge for the lovely Twitch chat and the community. This whole week is about Waymaker. and it's about donating if you can. And we found, and it's all about giving money. And some of you have been so generous already, and we love you, and we appreciate that. But some of you may not, yes, trust God, yes, push, but some of you may not be in a place where you can go, I can do this right now. And that's okay. We understand. We're not mad. Don't feel guilt and shame if you're going, I just can't. But if you've been in the community for a while, or if you've already donated, or if you've planned out donating, don't let that be it. Don't just donate and then go, this is it. That's all I need to do for the year. I've done I'm done now for the year. I don't need to do any more. I'm done. If you're in the Discord for a while, join a team.
That's right.
Volunteer. Yep. Some of them only take an hour a week. As TJ was saying, generosity isn't just about money. It's about your time. It's about what you're doing. Yeah. It's about how you deal with people. Come join a team. I lead the best team. I lead the prayer team. Come join us. We have fun. Or there's a team for everyone. Yeah. Don't just go, I've paid my dues, I'm done. No. If you're in the Discord, get involved. Don't sit and just receive. We say that in the UK, we have a phrase, the 80-20 rule. 20% do 80% of the work. Don't let yourself be that 80%. If you have spare time, come join. Yep. We're not going to ask you to be staff straight away and running everything. We are slightly more reasonable. Only slightly, but slightly more reasonable. But come join. Come try. Try a team. If you love tech, we have a tech team. If you're even interested in praying, come reach out to me. Reach out to group. If you're interested in writing devotionals, we have a team for that. Wherever your passions are, there's probably a team where you can get involved. Don't let your money be the beginning and the end. There's more to you than money. Don't let that be it.
Amen. Ali, you took over. You started preaching there, girl. You got this. Awesome. Because you're right. Everyone here, you guys can make a difference. You can make a difference. And like Ali's saying, if you're not I'm gonna back up her challenge here a little bit by saying, if you're not involved in our church, as in serving, and you want to, I want you to put in the chat, challenge accepted, because I want to see some of you all getting involved, making a difference, finding your purpose and making a difference in the community, guys. Because if you see all that it's doing, Ali, you're a walking, talking example of, all the different ministries and what they've done, in your life. And you see it all the time in the community, what it's doing in the life of others. And so, Ali, before we end this community testimony, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you again so much from the bottom of my heart, from the staff, from the community. Can all of you guys in the chat just put a thank you for Ali, for all that she's done, all the time that she's put in, all the prayer time that she has put in, the love that she has extended to you guys, everything that, her heart is just so genuine. And you have such a generous heart, Ali. You're generous with your time. You're generous with your love. And you're just a generous person overall. You truly are. And so, here at GodSquad Church, we're preaching generosity. We want to be a generous church too. And so we want to do for you, Ali, is we want to give you $500 to bless you for all that you have done. No, you deserve it. You deserve it. And it's our way of just saying thank you. Thank you for being so generous, Ali, and all that you have done. And we love you. Girl, you're going to make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Let's go.
We love you so much. And we just want to, this is just from all of us, from the community, from the staff. We want to be a generous church. And so it's starting here. We love you, Ali. And so this is for you. And that's the big check. That's
it right here.
The big check there.
You're not going to get this. So you'll get a real check. You can actually
that
cash.
Means a lot. Thank you. I'm sure.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. We love you. And thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony and for just being who you are.